So our guest this week is Dragons and former Wales Sevens player Jared Rosser. Hi Jared, welcome to TNX. How are you?
How's it going, mate? Yeah, good, thank you. Thanks for having me.
No problem. So firstly, Jared, with everything that's going on and the coronavirus outbreak at the Dragons, how are you doing?
Yeah, not too bad. Sort of deja vu from when we first went into lockdown, but yeah, it's been a week now, so it's taking its toll, but hopefully not too long now to go.
The Dragons are 1 from 4 so far this season. What's your assessment so far?
I haven't really been involved that much this season, to be honest, but mood in camp is still good. Like, boys understand what we need to work on really to get some more wins, sort of thing. Like, but yeah, it was well. The boys are gutted really that obviously we got 2 games now. We had 1 game at home, but sort of just prolonging us to get on a bit of a roll of games, sort of thing.
You mentioned just then that you haven't been involved too much this year. Do you wish you were involved more, and do you think you deserve another starting spot?
Yeah, it's a tough one. It is. I probably haven't had a run of games for a while now. I had a sort of my first serious injury last year. Well, it was the last week of pre-season last season, which put me out for majority of the season. And then I started to have a sort of run of games then, which I was enjoying my rugby. And then obviously COVID-19 came and the season was pretty much got dust then. It was gone. So yeah, I had another little niggle at the beginning of this season, so put me out of training for a while. But yeah, I'm just looking forward to trying to get a run of games, to be honest. And obviously then with this now, it means that it's prolonged again.
So looking at your season so far with the Dragons, you've been with them since 2017. You made your debut against Leinster. What's been the main thing you've learned so far?
There's been loads of things, to be honest. My first season, I sort of was lucky enough to get a load of games because there was injuries at the Dragons, which I would imagine a lot of people who get their first load of games is usually down to a couple of injuries. But yeah, so my first season, I was lucky to get like 25 games in my first season. I think I played, so that was a massive learning experience going from playing sevens, playing for Evervale, to having basically a full season in professional rugby. But learning things, majority of things just come from players, to be honest. I was lucky to be involved with quite a lot of experienced players that you can get talking to and picking up things off them, sort of thing.
I said in your introduction you played for Wales, and another learning experience you'll have picked up was playing sevens for Wales. How good was that, playing in the likes of places like San Francisco?
Yeah, that was class. Literally mental experience. I was playing for Evervale at the time, and Nick Wakely got in touch with me and asked whether. Sorry, the dog's barking at the top of the garden. Yeah, got in touch with me and asked whether I wanted to play any sevens for. I think it was like the Samurai sort of thing, and I was keen to try it. I never really played sevens before, apart from schoolboy tournaments. And then yeah, Gareth Williams got in touch there and asked me whether I wanted to go training for the Wales Sevens teams, and I jumped to the offer really. Great bunch of boys, and obviously traveling the world and playing sevens is a bad gig. Like,
There are plenty of players that play both sevens and 15s. So can you give us sort of an idea what the crossover is like?
I think, especially for someone in my position, at the time I was playing for Evervale, and obviously you could go pretty much a full game of 15s in the winter months playing for Evervale and not touch the ball, sort of thing. Like, so to go from me being a winger and then going into the World Sevens program and playing on the world stage against some of the best finishers in the world with loads of space and getting multiple touches a game, it was great for my development. Like,
Yeah, you haven't been involved for a while now, and the team's been scrapped because of COVID-19. But is it something you want to get back involved with and you'd be keen to participate in?
I think I'd never say never, obviously, but I think it is a different game to 15. So for me personally, I'd rather stick with 15s now, just so I can, like I said before, try and get a run of games, because obviously going from 15s back into the sevens is just sort of, prolonging that run of games I'm looking forward, to be honest. Yeah, it would have been to get the hat-trick in that Zebra game. That was definitely one of them. Probably Judgment Day when we beat the Scarlets. That was probably up there with one of the top ones as well. Yeah, they're probably the two for me. Yeah.
So, as a player, what inspires you? What motivates you to be the best you can be? Is it a family member? Is it an idol you want to emulate? What makes you tick?
What makes you tick? Yeah, it was. I suppose family's one of them. It's like obviously parents have given up a lot over the years to sort of take me places, training and stuff like that. So I think when you go out there and you play well, or you sort of have any achievements, it means a lot to your parents. That obviously the things that they give up a couple of years ago are paying off now. That's one of them. I think a lot of people who play in professional rugby are just competitive in themselves, whether they I don't know, doing anything, playing Monopoly or whatever, they got that sort of competitive edge. So to go out there and give it your best shot basically and perform at the best so you can win is, I'd imagine, the underlying sort of factor in a lot of professional players' minds.
So looking forward to the next 5 or 10 years, what are your main aims going to be? Potential Wales call-up, moving to a different club?
Yeah, obviously the main goal is to get a Wales call-up. That'd be, amazing. But yeah, sort of more so in the short term. I'm just enjoying my rugby now, and I'm happy at the Dragons. And like I said, hopefully just get a run of games and continue playing there and add my bit to the team. And once the team starts progressing again now, I think it's going to be a really good place.
So we've come out of the second isolation period as a country, and during the first isolation period, you took on a big cycling challenge. You got anything like that coming up again?
No, I don't think I'll do anything like that. Well, me and the boys will do anything like that ever again, to be honest. Yeah, that was killer. No, we haven't got anything like that lined up at the moment. Obviously, apart from this sort of 2 weeks that the Dragons are off, we would be playing, so it'd be tough to get anything like that involved. The boys are sore for a couple of weeks after that, but
and just with the Dragons now and the next sort of couple of weeks, have you got any sort of answers as to what exactly is happening? Like, are you definitely playing in 2 weeks, or is it just you take it every day?
Yeah, literally it's changing all the time. Last thing I know is basically that we were off for 2 weeks. That's all we've been told so far. But yeah, they're working hard to sort of deal around it. But yeah, us players don't really know anything at the moment.
As you said earlier in the podcast, you haven't been involved too much, and the Dragons haven't had a great start to the season. What do you think you can get out of the season as a club and as a personal player?
Oh, I think there's loads we can get out of, especially as a club for the season. Like, it's really exciting time that we're obviously playing against the best teams in Europe now as well. Those games are coming along not too far away. That's a massive factor for the season for the boys to go out and play against, obviously, like I said, the best teams in Europe. And you take a lot of learnings from those games. We did last year as well. But yeah, that's like a really exciting point for the boys. And then me personally, one of my little goals at the moment is I'm one game off my 50th game, which is a nice bit for me. So just going to sort of chase our 50th game. And then, like I said, just try and get as many games as I can through the season, and just hopefully put my sort of mark on the game.
Yeah, brilliant. Thank you, mate. Thanks for taking your time to speak to us.
Yeah, no worries. Cheers, boys. All the best.